Hello guys, how it's going, and happy new year to everyone. And in this video I'm gonna teach you about how to know your system properties, right? System properties like your operating system, your processor, your graphics card, your RAM, your visual RAM, I guess, your hard disk drive, your DirectX version, your highest resolution on the screen, and the many things about pixel shader and vertex shader version. Okay, so now why you do have to need to learn? That's a little pain. That's a little very pain. Yes, that's a little very pain to remember all that. But why do you need to know about? Because many programs or games, I say, many programs or games, yes, needs a capacity of some CPUs and GPUs, as like as like GTA 5 needs NVIDIA GTX 660 or something. I don't know, I don't remember it quite, but this is the minimum requirements, and this is the minimum capacity of GTA 5 to run. And in my GPU it wouldn't run because my GPU doesn't have that much capacity. So with knowing system properties, you can just what you can do, you can just know that if you are able to run that program or game, yes, games, without downloading it and without any pains. Okay, so let's get to our main context, how to know your OS. So I think you're too obvious about your OS, right? Windows 10, everyone knows, and my window appearance, my desktop shows that I'm using Windows 10. So there's another thing in the OS properties. It is that it's the architecture of that. So what is the architecture? I will not explain that because that's not the video is about. But there's many architectures of any OS, right? As like 32-bit or 64-bit. Modern OS, right, like supports has a 32-bit version and a 64-bit version. But if you're using Windows 95, Windows 98 or something, it should have a 16-bit. You should have a 16-bit operating system. And Windows 1.0, the very early version, the very first version of Windows, had 4 bits of architecture. So Windows 10 contains 2 architecture versions, as 32-bit or 64-bit. That's important to know because with GTA 5 is 64-bit, and if you have a 32-bit OS and you have GTX Titan XP, then it wouldn't run because the program is not made for your OS, right? So let's go to properties. So here you can see the system type, 32-bit operating system. So your OS is 32-bit and shouldn't be able to run GTA 5. Shame on you. So CPU, what is about CPU? Mainly your processor. I'm talking about your processor, right? And I have an Intel CPU. So how to check that? Either you can go to this PC, the real ones, and I have a note here. You should click properties of the real ones, not the shortcut ones, right? If you click the properties of shortcut ones, it would display another window like shortcut here, right over here, like that. Okay, like this Bandicam properties right over here. Okay, and to go to real ones, you can just type this PC on the search bar, okay, and just click the properties right over here. Okay, so I have a real this PC on my desktop, so I don't have to do that. So here we go. Our processor is written here, Intel Core i3 second generation 2310, that means second generation. CPU at 2.10 gigahertz. So what was our CPU? Oh, Yes, you can. You have another way to know your CPU or processor. Just press Windows R, Windows button and R. Okay, at the same time, and then write open here in the text box. Write DirectX. Sorry, not DirectX. Write DXDiag. Okay. This is the short abbreviation of DirectX Diagnostics. Okay, the application name is DirectX Diagnostic 2. Right here DirectX DXDiag and click OK. Right, and then you can see the processor right over here, Intel Core i3 second generation CPU at 2.10 gigahertz, and you can see the number of your core, and this processor has 4 CPUs. Okay, so what was our CPU? It was Intel Core i3 not 32 2310M, right, 2310M at 2.10 gigahertz, which is the speed of your CPU. So what about our GPU? It's mainly the graphics card, right? Now go to the same place, DirectX Diagnostic Tool, and I want to talk about something about graphics card. Right, there are two kinds of graphics card, and one is internal and one is external if you have one, right? And internal graphics card is attached on your hardware, attached as a hardware on your computer permanently, right? And external graphics card, you can just either get it out of your computer, or you can just install another one by buying any kinds of graphics card like Nvidia's graphics card or AMD's graphics card, right? So I don't have a rendering graphics card or an external graphics card, right? So I will go to display right over here. So to see your internal graphics card, just go to display, right here. Here's the name. This is the model of the graphics card, Intel HD Graphics 3000. This is the graphics card's name or the graphics model. Okay, now this is the graphics card model right over here. And if you have an external graphics card, you can see another option in this menu bar. What is render? Just click that to see your properties of your graphics or your external graphics card. So what was my graphics card? It was Intel HD graphics, which is 3000. Intel HD graphics 3000. So what about your RAM? Just go to this PC and properties, right? You can see here RAM is 2.00 GB, so our RAM is 2 GB, right? I can say. And you can also go to DirectX Diagnostic Tool to know your RAM. Just go to System, and here we go, 2048 MB RAM, which is just equal to 2.00 GB. Okay, what about a VRAM? Your graphics card's RAM. Okay, here we go. Just go to Task Manager. No, sorry, not to Task Manager. Just to go to DirectX Diagnostic Tool, Display or Render. Render if you have an external graphics card, and I don't have one of them. So here we go. Approximated total memory is 990 MB, right? 990 MB. So here it says that display memory VRAM is 0 MB, cause this graphics card doesn't have graphics card doesn't have its own memory. It uses some of the RAMs. Okay, so it is using approximately 990 MB from the RAM, okay, for its graphics card. At maximum it uses 990 MB from the RAM. So that is your VRAM, right? Because that would use the RAM spaces. The hard disk drive. So the amount of spaces in your drive, in your hard disk, right? So for knowing this, I assume if you are using Windows 10, and you can just go to performance, right? Performance, and click the disk right over here. You can see the model of the disk, Hitachi HTS something something blah blah blah, and just you can see the capacity of that hard disk, right? If I say graphics card, then forgive me. Capacity was 298 GB, just approximately 300 GB right over here. So I can just tell 300 GB. I have 300 GB of HDD included. So what about DirectX version? Okay, DirectX version, just go to DirectX diagnostic tool, and here we go, DirectX 12. And if you have Windows 10 on your computer, and I assume, and you should have a DirectX version of 12. So there was a DirectX version of 12. Okay, highest resolution of the screen. So just go to your graphics cards option here, properties right over here. Okay, then you can just click here, and you can just go to your graphics cards menu and see the resolution, see the highest resolution in the options available. It is 3066 into 768 of the resolution. That is the highest resolution. I can't go more than that. So that was my highest resolution of my monitor right over there. Okay, so 1366 into 768, okay, was my graphics card. Sorry, not my graphics card, I'm saying graphics card. Oh, forgive me about that. Okay, so I have the highest resolution of the screen is 3066 into 768, and there is an aspect ratio of 16:9, because if you rationalize it, then you get 16:9. And that was the most basic system requirements of your PC. What about pixel shader and vertex shader version? I wanna tell something about that, because many programs or software does have an requirements, and they're saying that pixel shader version 3.0, right? So you can know about that pixel shader and vertex shader version by googling your Intel HD Graphics 3000 or your graphics card, right? Googling your graphics card, and I think you will find the properties of that graphics card. Yes. So if you haven't pixel shader 3.0, then congratulations, and you can just run most of the famous games, right? In my old PC, I had a pixel shader version 2.0, and I cried. I literally cried, man. I literally cried by if I saw pixel shader 3.0 in any system requirements of any programs or games, right? In my laptop I have pixel shader version of 3.0, so I can play games, many games like FIFA 14 or many famous games, right? Okay, so that was your, I think that's enough. If you know these things, that then you can know which games you can run, smoothly or something, if you meet the minimum requirements or not, right? You can know that. So find the system requirements of your PC, keep playing games, and keep running programs on your PC. Okay, and happy new year to everyone again, and wish you a very happy new year again, and subscribe for more. Okay, thanks guys for watching.